The Fulani remember the death of Ahmadu Bello every year so that they can spite the Igbos. Northern Nigeria, led by the Fulani, remember the death of Ahmadu Bello every year so that they can renew the attacks and hatred that Nigerians have for the Igbos. Shore said that the hatred Nigerians have for the Igbos, it is in their blood. Now, having said this, if you really don't like the Igbos, you don't want the Igbos, why not let them go? Just like Israel and Egypt, Moses told Pharaoh, let my people go. Pharaoh was adamant. Pharaoh did as if nothing, they don't want Israel to be free. They don't want Israel to be part of and parcel of the Egyptian government. But yet they want them to remain as slaves in Nigeria. So Nigeria as a country want the Igbos to become their slaves. Igbos are saying, Igbos are ambitious. Igbos are people that likes to take on wherever they find themselves. They want to be part of that society. That's why you see Igbos, they travel to different places of the world. They become part of that society and contribute their quota. So if Igbo being in Nigeria, you don't want Igbo to be part of of running the system. You don't want Igbos to have a seat at that table of governance amongst presidents. Why not allow them go? Because we cannot be bottled up in Nigeria. Having seen the hatred, having seen the narratives, I told you the other time, 3 things rule the world. Number 1, principle. Number 2, ideas. Number 3, narratives. The narrative amongst other major tribes, or let's say the politicians peddling what they are peddling. The narrative is that 1966 coup was an Igbo coup. Amongst other coup, it was only that 1966 coup that was made to be an Igbo coup, so as to make sure that they suppress the Igbos. Before that time, Igbos were the elite, and this warranted a lot of jealousy from other tribes. Igbos were highly placed in government then. So this was an opportunity for the other people that ganged up to make sure that they suppress the Igbos as they were doing the bidding of Britain, their colonial masters. It had an international backing. I said the last time about geopolitics. You are playing your local politics or national politics. There's a higher politics that is being played on Nigeria. And that politics is to keep Africa poor. Whatever you see is happening in Nigeria today, and the world powers are clapping, just know that these things happening are orchestrated by some powers to keep Africa down and poor. If you don't like the Igbos anymore, let these people go. This whole sentiment has produced Nnamdi Kanu. This whole sentiment has produced Simon Ekpa. This whole sentiment has produced Wazirike. It produced Ojukwu. According to Babangida, Gowon refused to protect the Igbos, killing of Igbos in northern Nigeria. That's why Ojukwu declared the Biafra war. Gowon kept quiet. Igbos were being killed in their hundreds of thousands. You know what it means? Hundreds of thousands. And today some Yorubas are asking, where are the graves? Millions of Igbos died during the war. Now Yorubas are asking, where are the graves? If you don't like these people, an Igbo cannot be bottled up in Nigeria. We cannot be in Nigeria and just become, we are not bench warmers in Nigeria. Anywhere we go, we don't warm the bench. That is the person of the Igbo man. He goes to Lagos, he wants to be part of that society and contribute his quota. He doesn't do like some other tribes that they are just there. They are comfortable in what they are doing. He contributes to your society, makes it better. Nigeria will never ever get better if the Igbo man is neglected. That is a fact. Or has it gotten better? With all the presidents, with all the Agbada, with all the Danshiki, with everything, with all the intellect, with all the policies, with all the whatever they have been doing, has Nigeria gotten better? Now we saw the reduction in forex. $1 is like 1,500 or 1,490 naira. And this APC government, they were just joyous. They were using it. Tinubu is working. Number one, you took it from somewhere around 600 something, 800 something, or 400 something during Buhari. I think 400 something. You took it from there to 1,008, and it's coming down to 1,500. Should we celebrate? Now we got reports that the same federal government used almost $8 to $9 billion to defend the naira. So with all the rulership, all the presidents coming from the southwest and the northern Nigeria, how has it been for the country? If you don't involve the Igbo man, Nigeria will never get better. The foundations of this country were built on these tribes. Nigeria will never get better. But if you want to continue like that, I'm asking, why not allow this people? Let's have this conversation. If you hate the Igbo man so much, I've told you before, I told people that the actions of a small garrison of people should not determine the fate of millions. It is a military regime, mind you. Military does not have ethnic coloration. But this particular military action, Nigerians are attacking so many other coups after that one. Nigerians are tagging it an Igbo coup because there's this resentment Britain has for the Igbo man, and also Nigerians also have. They have planted a division and they are laughing at us while the division is growing, while the division is spreading. It will limit us, our growth, as we are supposed to grow. By now, Nigeria is supposed to be a developed country. Yes, by now. But you see what the Britain, look at what happened during Jonathan. Look what happened during Abiola. Geopolitics, external interference. If Trump has not come out to affirm what Jonathan was saying, that Obama interfered in the elections, if Trump has not come out to confirm it, some people will not still believe. The Abiola annulled election has an international influence. Britain does not want, Britain via the West does not want Nigeria to be developed. And how would that happen? Stop the Igbo man. Stop his ambition. Tag him, whatever you want to tag him. Tag him. Make sure that he does not rise in this one Nigeria created. What Nigeria has cost, not only the Igbos. You see, I've said it. Everybody is almost marginalized in the country, but the politicians are not marginalized. The politicians are not marginalized. When it comes to politics, among the politicians, they are not tribalized as we are. Okay, under a Tinubu regime, how has the Yoruba man been faring? Under a Tinubu regime, you will not get good governance if you don't involve everybody. Under a Buhari, the Northerners, they were crying blood during the End Bad Governance protests. They are hungry. But their leaders have been in power for many, many years. Nothing to show for it. So how far? Do you think by you playing out other people from the Nigerian politics, playing out the Igbo has been ambitious, have presented themselves to serve Nigeria, but somehow the politics is played. They play that politics. If you are daft enough not to understand that they play politics, if you have joined any union before, if you have played politics in university, I played politics. If you have played politics, you understand what I'm talking. Igbo man has presented himself, but they have played him out. That is politics. I have told you, Tinubu and all these leaders, Ojizokalu, whoever, do not represent the people. These are a political class running for themselves. They are holding power for themselves. If we do not change this system, you cannot include the Igbo man in this Nigerian system because the way it is designed, an Igbo man should not be president. An Igbo man should not hold power. If he holds power, he should not hold power for too long. That is the way this current union is designed. After the 1960s coup, they make sure that the Igbos do not rise. And that is the aspiration, the wishes of Britain and her co-West sponsors. They know that Africa, if Africa is free, it will threaten them that are there. So all they do is they should just get involved in politics, divide, cause katakata, cause everything, and this is where we are today. If you all don't stop hating on the Igbos, hate those people that carried out the coup. Stop hating on the Igbos. The Igbos have not done anything to anybody. Stop hating on the Igbos so that Nigeria can move forward. Look at now. They are saying that regions that you align with if you want to become president in Nigeria, I think they used South-South, they used Southwest, and they used North-Central. 3 regions. So the Southeast is not there. Yes, the South-South now is a region that will determine who becomes president, because it is structured to be so. They have planned it over the years to make sure that they render the Southeast useless. I have said it before. This is planned. This is planned. Open your eyes. This is planned, well planned, orchestrated. Look at it. When you're going to get your voter's card, in the North it's easier to get. In the Southwest, they play the politics around the indigenous people there. But in the Southeast, you to get voter's card, it could be like this. In the South, you can get your voter's card easy. See that politics. Make it difficult for you to get your voter's card in the Southeast. Make the Southeast a region whereby people don't want to stay. So people leave the Southeast because of no development, as it were. No attraction. Igbo men want to do business. They go to a place where the honey is. They go to Lagos. They go to Delta State. They go to Kano. They go to Kaduna. So these are the places where Igbos have migrated to, and they tell you that the Southeast region is, we don't need them. If you want to win presidency in Nigeria, you don't need the Southeast region. All you need is just the Southwest, the South-South, and North Central. Pick a state from the Southwest, Lagos. Pick a state from the South-South, Delta State. You see, Delta State houses Igbos, Yorubas, and other tribes. Same as Lagos. So they make the Southeast look unattractive. Look at that. If that senator did not shout, look at that budget. You excluded over the years, nothing. How many years? Over the years. Since 1999, no dual carriage, no plan for any rail, blue or speed or whatever rail for the Southeast. You now remember, okay, wait till next year. Look at that statement. As if you are talking to fools. You deliberately made sure that the Southeast is starved of this development, these infrastructures. You take some departments of government away from the Southeast that should naturally be in the Southeast. Some projects will not be cited in the Southeast because these projects attract development. Only Lagos have almost 3 or 4 rail projects. Only Lagos State. And when you cite these rail projects, it brings employment. It attracts other people. That's why everybody is trooping into Lagos. Some Yorubas on social media will start telling you that go back to your Anambra. After playing the politics of depriving a certain people, a certain region of development, making that place less unattractive. You are the architect of it. You played that politics. You became so wicked to make sure that these people are deprived of those infrastructures. You are the one that is coming back to say that you don't need them. You knew that if you had played a fair game, they may surpass you, but you decided to play a wicked game. And our Igbo leaders are there looking. Cluelessness. It is time for the people in the Southeast come together and rise up against any underperforming Igbo leader. What we need now, amongst all this hatred, what we need in the Southeast are leaders like M.I. Okpara. With the little that we have, we need to utilize it and fortify ourselves. That's what we need. If we are going to demand going out of Nigeria, we need to take everybody along. We need to fortify the likes of Waziri Nnamdi Kanu, Samanekpa, and co. They have set a precedent. The Nigerian government has gotten the message and how serious we are when it comes to Biafra. Some people are angry I'm mentioning Samanekpa. See, whether good or bad, the history is the history. Historical perspective. Samaikpa represents violence. However, I don't subscribe to most of the things he does. I do not. But these people have set a precedent. Now, the Nigerian government, you have gotten the message. You don't like the Igbos. You don't want to become unable to become president. Since Tinubu won, there have been WhatsApp groups created. Onslaught against the person of Peter Obi, an Igbo man, who became so popular that he almost was rigged out of the 2023 presidential elections. He beat Tinubu in Lagos State. After that time, attacks upon making they just, but you know one thing, all those attacks does not count. It does not really count. I've told some people, if not for the fact that Tinubu is having to hold the Fulani, but what is most important to me is not even Igbo presidency. I don't want Igbo presidency, does not really get me, but the fact that as an Igbo man, those small institutionalized like you want to get a land in a particular place because you are Igbo. You want to get this because you are Igbo. You want to get this contract because you are Igbo. All those small things are the ones I'm complaining about. Presidency of Nigeria, if Peter Obi wins the election and he rules for 4 years, after 4 years, maybe he doesn't win again. So what is the big deal? I'm just saying a personal remark. What is the big deal if Peter Obi wins that presidency? Would he change Nigeria? My own is that the hatred on the Igbo man is that much. It is revealed. Thank God for Tinubu. People are revealing their true, what they really think about the Igbos. It is very, very evident. When you go on social media, you see that those people that are spewing this hate are young men in their 30s that are carrying out these attacks, hatred on the Igbos, on a fellow human being, on the fellow Southerner. They're in their 30s, which tells you a lot about what has been passed on from one generation to another on the Igbo people. You see, I've said it before, the more you hate, keep on hating on the Igbo people, the more you keep on hating on the Igbo people, the more they keep on blossoming. That is their way. The more they keep on blossoming. And I love the fact that sometimes if some things don't happen, if you are not in a difficult situation, you not realize that you can do some things. You need to be put in a tight corner sometimes so that you not relax. You come out fully. Use all your everything. Your senses will come out and you bring out your best. You always bring out your best in difficult situations. I'm just saying it because it doesn't look well for Nigeria. If you like, hate on the Igbo from tomorrow, it will not still look well for Nigeria. If you want people to get dividends of democracy, stop hating on the Igbo, because it is only this hating on the Igbos that will never make Nigeria unite, come together. I'm telling you, it will never make Nigerians unite and fight these people that are in that position of power. They are sitting down there looking at us. They are sitting down there looking at you, laughing at you. You are fighting yourself. Igbo this, Igbo that, Igbo this, Igbo that. Some of them that are saying all these things about the Igbos are being sponsored by politicians because they know that a united Nigeria is a threat to them. If Nigerians are united, irrespective of ethnic divide, they will demand for good governance and they will get it. So you are hating on a particular tribe because of what happened among some officers years ago, will deprive you. You'll be deprived of good governance, whether you are Hausa, Fulani, Igbo, or Yoruba. But you not think from that aspect. And those politicians that are planting hatred amongst their people, you will not get Nigeria. You will not fix Nigeria. All of you always die in shame. There's no legacy for anybody. I've told you, look at that book launch. Look at all those people in that house. All of them combined together with their brain, with their jagaban, with their politics, with their whatever, with their experiences, astute politician, blah, blah. They have not been able to fix any sector of the economy. No one. They have not been able to fix water. Water alone. They have not been able to fix water. Water, the basic things. They have not been able to give water to every society in Nigeria, every village in northern Nigeria. With all the Babani guy, he was this, he was that. Nothing have been done by these people. They will now come out and start deceiving people. Nigeria should look away from this whatever tribal and try and come together to make sure that they demand. But you cannot. You cannot. I've already known that you cannot. That's why we're asking, allow these people go if you don't like them that much. I've told you, Nigeria cannot do without the Igbos because Nigeria cannot allow the Igbos go. Nigeria cannot do without the Igbos because Nigeria would not allow the Igbos go. If Nigeria believes they can do without the Igbos, let them allow the Igbos go. Of course. But yet, since they cannot do without the Igbos, all these things you see they are doing online, they are just deceiving themselves. Nigeria cannot do without the Igbos. If not, if they would do without the Igbos, they would have let them go since. I told you, anybody, even though it is 5 plots of lands, the 5 Igbo states, in quote, let those ones go. Then we'll not see those maths that people are making. But your politicians, they know it. They know it. That if they allow these Biafra people go, all those things they are benefiting, all those ones they are allocating to this one, it go stop. Ijo nation go change it for you. Wari people go change it for you. Bayelsa people go change it for you. River State people go change it for you. They go change them sharp. They will cut you off from their oil. Then you can't be facing your famine in the north. And all those you will kill yourself tired because of those your resources that you people are inviting all these countries to come and start pillaging. And you're not using it for the benefit of the people. You are building house for yourself in Dubai. They know they cannot do that, Igbos. That's why they will do all they can. Never ever to allow Igbos go. Allow Igbos go. It is their right to go.